All right, so as you know, the people demand uranium glass. And if you're out there looking for uranium glass, you're probably going to run across a few other glasses that end up glowing. Now, uranium glass is easy to tell that it glows because, well, if you shine a UV or black light at it, it's going to do this right here. It's going to have that glow effect. In uranium glass under the black light, you can see that glow, right? It looks like what you would consider radioactivity to be like, right? Glowy, bright neon green. That is the sign of uranium glass. And that's what happens when that stuff interacts with the light is those ions just start bouncing around like crazy, and they just love that light and they just interact with it. And that's uranium glass. That's what we love, right? We love that effect. Now there's some things out there that people will assume is uranium glass because it glows under their particular spectrum light. This right here, by the way, is a 395 black light. If you're searching for uranium glass, this is what's pretty highly recommended, the 395, because that's going to detect mostly uranium glass and when you get that nice green glow. However, there are some glasses out there that can still have some effect with a 395 that may not be uranium glass. You look at this right here, you can see some green glow to it, right? This is kind of like a purplish to a maybe a dark brown in color glass. Now, what likely happened is this was probably a clear glass that ended up getting somehow some sun to it and turning this purplish or dark brown coloration. And it's probably not really uranium inside. It's more like manganese. And oftentimes people that are out there searching for uranium glass will also come across the manganese if you are using a 365 spectrum black light. So again, 365 was this one right here. It just happens to ignore the size. The spectrum is important. 395 is this big one that I have. So the 395 is really, really good. It's better, I think, for detecting just uranium glass. However, if you want to detect more things, you can use the 365, and you can still get uranium glass. It actually glows really nice with the 365, really bright, as you can see. But it also can detect other things. Look at that green glow on this glass right here that wasn't there with the 395. This 365 is showing a green glow on this glass. The reason is because manganese glass also will have that effect. And it's a different kind of green too. It's a little bit duller of a green usually on that manganese glass. And you can see the difference right here. Can you see that coloration difference? As a uranium glass here on the right versus this duller kind of green on the left. You get that? So now a lot of people out there have the 365 black lights. Very common. You go to Amazon, you look for black light or pen light, black light, and this is just one of the things that pops up. So people don't understand the difference between the spectrums right there and the different effects that you can get from the different spectrums. Something so small has such a big effect. And so here's an example of a piece that somebody sold me saying that it was uranium glass. And sometimes this glass right here, this milk glass, can actually have uranium in it. I have some pieces of milk glass that have uranium, and it glows beautifully. I love that glow when the milk glass has it in there. But the person said, hey, this is glowing under black light, and this is uranium glass. And let me show you what happens with a 395 spectrum black light on this piece. Nothing, right? Maybe a purplish kind of over top of it just because that black light is reflecting off of that milk glass. And you can see the uranium in the background glowing, but this thing has no effect, right? Nothing. Can you see that? So now with the 365 black light, let's see if there's any difference. You can see that it has a light green glow to it. Can you notice that? Can you notice that light green? And so that is the effect that the manganese is kind of interacting with it, and it's having what seems like a glowing effect, but it's really not uranium. It's not the stuff that everybody's looking for, but it does have a glow that might appeal to some people. I don't know. It's really not the uranium, though, that the people demand. So that's one example right there. Kind of a duller example. Let me show you a lot of the other examples you might see. A lot of times you'll find, like in antique shops, you'll find clear glass. And that clear glass may end up glowing. green with a 365 black light. But again, with the 395, this is what happens. 0, right? Bubkiss. In fact, let me turn the light off overhead so we can really see this. There we go. Okay. This is going to tell the tale right here. So again, 395 black light. We're shopping around antique shop trying to find ourselves some uranium glass. Not quite getting it right here with these two little clear pieces. But again, we're going to switch lights now to a 365, and now we're going to catch manganese in these pieces. Look at that green glow that occurs. And that is the manganese interacting with that black light and would make somebody think, hey, I found uranium glass because this clear glass is glowing green. But no, it's just manganese. And you know, that's cool, don't get me wrong. This would still make a neat little display if you had a 365 strip light in some kind of curio cabinet and you put these in there. This is still a beautiful piece, don't get me wrong. But it definitely is not uranium glass. And you can tell, again, the different kinds of green that this has, hopefully. Look at that bright green and then this dull green. Two different pieces. I'll show you this little video of me going into an antique shop and finding some clear glass that had the manganese in it. And obviously there's no uranium in it, but the small little pin light was definitely interacting and showing that manganese, and the big 360 or 395 black light that I have wasn't doing a thing. So, you know, it is what it is. This stuff is out there, and depending on what you like to collect, maybe you like the manganese glass. I don't know. I mean, that's your cup of tea. Here's a piece too that people said when I bought it, it glowed, but let's see here. It does have some glow to it for sure. Under the 365, let's see. I haven't tested the 395 on this. Let me see what this is like. Hold on. So it still does have a little glow to it. It probably does have some uranium in there. Yeah, I think it probably could have some uranium, interestingly enough. And so, very cool. Just because a piece is clear doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to have uranium in there, but it's really probably not, to be honest with you. Check it with the 395 if you have a completely clear piece of glass. But I have blue, purple, red pieces, all kinds of other color pieces that have a glow to them under the 395, like a uranium glow. So don't just assume that the color of a piece excludes it or makes it uranium glass. You got to really check with the right spectrum light. Also, maybe you have a piece like this. Look at this little cool digging heart owl. And you come across it with a 395. And with a 395, you get that nice little glow to it. But certain lighting, like the 365, might actually show a better glow. Let's see. Let's see what we get with this thing. See, I think it's a deeper glow. So depending on what you're looking for and what you're trying to collect, the different spectrums will also be a benefit to you. But in this case right now, my goal is just to show you about the manganese glass and some other things out there that you might want to look for and be careful of if you're looking for just uranium glass. Since the people demand it and all, you really want to make sure, you know, you're getting the right thing. So I'm going to go for now, just a kind of a little heads up on my findings and things going out there. I have a lot of people, like I said, when I buy from auctions or whatever it is, they'll be like, hey, you know, these right here glow. They have uranium in them. And truthfully, they don't. And I actually got another piece too. Before I go, let me show this piece off. So this little stopper, I was excited to get it. First of all, it has a green tint to it. There's no black light going on in my room right now. It's just natural you know, light in the room. So if you look at this, it has like a green to it. When I use the 395 black light on it, it's got nothing, right? Nothing coming out of it. It has no uranium in there. No big deal. It's just a stopper. And I'm excited about these stoppers because these things right here for like little decanters or perfume bottles, man, they end up breaking quick. So here with a 365 black light, which is what the person had when they sold it to me and they showed it to me, it has a green glow to it, as you can see. And that would probably mean that it has some manganese inside, but it's not uranium like I'm really looking for and like I want to get. This, again, is the uranium glow that you're looking for over there. And this is just simply the dull, I don't know, darker green manganese versus the neon green of uranium glass. All right, long-winded video. Just be careful what you're buying out there. I think I have one more piece too. If you want to just stick around and have fun with me, I mean, that's fine, right? Here's a little like spoon that somebody said that, you know, glows when they have their light to it. Let's see. It has a different kind of glow for sure. Like almost like an orange glow, maybe a cadmium, but yeah, it's not uranium. And then under the 395 blacklight, let's see what this does. Like nothing. No bueno. Anyways, just be careful out there. Make sure you're using the spectrum that you mean to use, and that way you can be looking for the thing that you're meaning to look for, because after all, the people do demand uranium glass. Appreciate you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm out.